Good morning and welcome to another video by Rideshare UK, the channel that gets under the skin of Uber. In today's video, we are going to get under the skin of Uber because this is quite interesting actually. And I actually missed it and it's only come back to me in the last few hours actually. So I'll get on straight away because this might be a bit more of a long video. Right, on the 10th or the 11th of November, Uber's CEO, Dara Khosrowshahi, makes a visit to the UK. Right? Now, in the public eye, this visit was to do with drivers' rights. This was to tell everyone about how wonderful Uber benefits are, the ones they're providing, and also at the same time, like I did a video a few days ago about the 10% increase in fare they're going to provide as well. So this is what in the public eye this visit was meant to be. So, but we all know, this is nothing to do with this. People who have followed in my video, there's a lot more to Uber than just that. And CEO is not going to come to London at those specific dates just to say we're going to give you a 10% increase in your fares. That is just not going to happen. So there's something happening here, and firstly I want to probably categorize these into different sections actually. Right, so if we start off with, say, the victims, right? Firstly, you got the Uber drivers who are the victims in this. Now, they've had a nice meeting actually. They're the ones that were invited at Soho House. I wasn't invited, by the way. And this is where Dara Khosrowshahi, he tried to replicate Uncle Sam's recruitment drive, the slogan, but his was a bit more different actually. I think the one he used is, "We need more of you, so tell your friends." Which is crap, but that's the slogan he went by. He probably got a standing ovation from all the Uber drivers there and everything, but it didn't work. Second victims are the GMB union themselves. They were there. Look, they have no choice in this. We know that. They just have to tag along to everything, any events Uber holds, and they act as a confirmation agent actually to what Uber is saying to any topic that is related to, say, workers' right. So that's them there. Third victims is Sadiq Khan, the mayor of London. And now this should indicate to you how powerful Uber's plan are. How powerful, how deadly their intentions are. When you could actually organize a meeting with the mayor of London. So, something's happening there at the same time. The fourth victims, look, the media. Now, what surprised me more than on the media side of things was this Financial Times actually reporting this story. Now, I could understand if it was the Guardian or the Telegraph, but to get the Financial Times to cover this, this is quite big actually, in my view. Getting one of them organizations to actually tell the story. Look, the list is quite long. No, I'm not going to carry on with this list of victims, but you get the idea of the people, the organizations Uber needs to execute their plan, and the diversion they need to play for Uber to fulfill their aim. So the question is, why is Dara Khosrowshahi in the UK at this specific moment? Okay, where do we leave off? Right, what's the main reason is here? Right, the thing is, there's a pot of gold that's up for grabs right now, currently in the UK. Now, I could give you a guess actually. If you want to have a guess, you could guess what's going on. But there is a massive big event that is happening, and if you know the right people and you know the right players and you belong to the right companies, you could make a shed lot of money out of this event. What am I on about? I'm on about the COP26. This is the biggest climate control event conference ever held, and they want to get things sorted right now. I mean, some of us saying this is the last chance anyone will get to get the, sort the world out. And I'm not going to go in too much into details about everything that's going on there, because I just want to concentrate on the niche, which is the transportation section, which is being heavily, talked on in this event. So that's all I want to concentrate on. Now, billions, not even millions, billions of money are being donated to third world countries, and also to individual companies that could actually demonstrate that their action will make a difference to the climate control. So that's where, you guessed, Uber fit in. Now, one of the things they're actually titling it as the transition to 100% zero emission of cars. That's the wording they're using. And what they're saying is, look, we want every new car manufacturers to be more or less electric by 2040, and even less than that, 2035, if you're more of a developed country. Now, the thing is, where does Uber fit in this? If you look at the section E of the transition to 100% zero emission cars, there under the section E, there's a subtitle which is business fleet owners, and they want them to go into zero emission in 2030. And one of the companies within that subcategory is Uber. Now, so what I'm trying to say is, Uber are here for the grabs under that section. And obviously you need to have your main leaders. The old saying, bring me your leaders. And that's why a lot of the countries have brought their main prime ministers, presidents, whatever it is, to this conference, because they don't want to talk to their secretary or anyone. They want to talk to their leaders. And that's hence why Dara Khosrowshahi has made his way here as well. Now, the thing is, if you look at this, right, under business fleet owners, right? So these are companies, big organizations, I don't know, the likes of Scottish Power and all that sort of thing, who have thousands of vehicles within the within the UK at one time. What these companies are saying, look, we will agree to have our fleet zero emission by that date. And obviously, in return, this might not be public, they will get a sack of money for doing that, like a grant or something from these climate control conference. And Uber, for some reason, seems to fall into that fleet categories. Now, how do they do this? Is proper, smoke mirroring. How do they fit into the fleet? Because end of the day, the people who own the vehicle, the people like me and you, it's our vehicle. It's not a fleet vehicle. They'd probably argue like, these are workers now of ours and all that sort of thing. And, but it is not, they should not be there for grabbing that millions, billions of pounds, they're expecting from this. If anything, I think the local council should, probably got a better call at this, saying, we're the people that are licensing these vehicles. But remember what I said earlier, Dara Khosrowshahi's already been to Sadiq Khan, TfL they kept quiet now. They're not going to come into this. And so this is what's happening, and I love this. This is what I love Uber. This is a company that could grab millions from, I don't know, thin air. You know, you got to give it to them. And this is the reason also, you know, they attend these kind of seminars, they pay attention to these kind of things, and they get things quicker done than your local council will, because they want their fleet by all electric by 25 in 4 years time. And and then the local council are probably saying, look, you know, we want all ours by 2030, you know. So they and when they come to implement that, saying to the operators, Uber, look, we want all your electric cars, we want to have all electric cars by 2030, they're saying, look, our cake is already baked, and this is the reason, you know, they're coming, oh, Uber, we love you. And because they've already put them sort of things in action already. And this is not the first time, you know, Uber does these kind of tendering or, you know, accessing certain grants. They've done it with the pandemic in the US. You know, you probably heard even in the UK, they were helping a lot of people getting from work. For instance, like we did with the NHS staff. In America, they were helping people who wanted to have their jab. They couldn't go, to the actual clinics, whatever they have down there, to have the jab. And Uber was saying, look, don't worry about it. You know, we will fork the bill. But do you really think, you know, I mean, they were doing that for free? Of course not. You know, they got their money from the government. They've approached them. They've, you know, lobbied them, whatever they did to get their money in turn. And they probably come out, you know, I mean, they probably didn't spend all that as well. So this is what it is, you know. And so in about a week or so, you will hear Dara Khosrowshahi or the company making more announcement about how they're going to implement going into zero emission and everything. And, you know, don't be surprised at all, because this is how these big organizations work. And I'll chat to you again. Bye-bye now.